Hey, I'm Brody Brazil, and welcome to Teal Town After Dark.
Thank you very much, Brody Brazil. And yes, we have the helmets up tonight. Why? Well, the Sharks scored a touchdown. It wasn't pretty early on, but they scored a touchdown over the Chicago Blackhawks. Welcome, everyone, to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live and interactive Sharks post-game show right here live on YouTube. We broadcast to Teal Town and around the world. That is Sharks territory. So by all means, if you want to be a part of the show, there's multiple ways to interact with us. Chat with us and Sharks fans. Stop laughing at me, AJ. Chat with us and fellow Sharks fans in the YouTube chat on the page or the app. Also, you can add us at Teal Town USA, but just do yourself a favor. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud. Smash that subscribe button on YouTube. We thank the nearly 1,100 subscribers on the YouTube. Thank you very much for that. And with that, let's say hello to the guy who's cracking up like nothing else because I'm just talking like crazy, Mr. AJ Strong. Hi, bud.
It's like the Wolf Blitzer of Teal Town.
You're in the situation.
The 1,100 watching, and those of you around the world. Give me a break. Fucking Puck Blitzer over here.
You're in the Situation Room. And also with us tonight from San Diego, the lovely and talented, because he likes the description, Chris JWS.
Yeah, and don't you forget it, man. Do not forget it.
Oh, we're already having a good time. But you know what? It wasn't a good time when we started this game. Man, oh man. Before the Niners beat the Seahawks, the Blackhawks scored a safety, essentially. 2:34, Alex DeBrincat from Gustafson. DeBrincat's 14th of the year. 1-0 Sharks. AJ, ooh, that was a leaker.
It was a leaker, but they, took advantage of catching the Sharks on a bad line change, and it's not like we haven't seen that this season from the Sharks. It's not like we haven't seen that in the last, 3 games from the Sharks. That's something that the Sharks obviously need to work on is line changes. So DeBrincat took advantage, stick tap to them, and I got to say, after seeing that, I was kind of like, well, this looks to be the trap game we all predicted it could be.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah, that.
All right, I'm going to leave now.
No.
Bye.
I mean, the Hawks scored on their first 2 shots of the game. So I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Their second shot would be from Dylan Strome, the former Desert Dog. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gets his 8th of the season from Murphy and Kane just 47 seconds after DeBrincat's goal. Chris, oh no, not again.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I was feeling. I was listening to it on the radio on my way home, and I was like, oh gosh. Oh no. Here we go again. Are we going to see another like 6-goal slogging where they look helpless? Oh, please no. Please no.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Turned it on, and that was like, oh, wow, that wasn't fun. But you know what was fun? The Sharks saying, oh, they scored twice in 47 seconds. Ah! You know what? We'll score twice in 42 seconds. That's right. Melker Karlsson, with his 3rd of the season, gets the boys going in Teal. Radil and Burns on the assist for that at 9:58. Mr. Strong, the Milkman's been delivering lately.
Well, he kind of needs to if he wants to remain on this 4th line. Now, granted, one of the reasons why he's stayed up as long as he has is because he's very good at killing penalties. If it wasn't for that, I don't know that he'd still be up there. But great way for him to get off the schneid. This was his 1st of the season, was it not?
His 3rd.
Second. Oh, 3rd. That's because I remember his 2nd. Yeah, it was like a game winner a couple weeks ago. So, that's right. Because a couple of weeks ago, it was like Melker, like the only 2 5-on-5 goals for like the Sharks over the course of like 3 weeks. So yeah, congratulations on your 3rd, Melk. But keep it rolling. Actually, that's one of the things that I will say tonight. I mean, Melker, Radillo, the fourth line, they showed up tonight. Now, granted, you can't get too excited. This is the bottom of the barrel in the Central, and if LA was not sucking so much, this could very likely be a team that would be bottom of the barrel of the West, bottom of the barrel in the NHL. So when you look at it and say, okay, the worst team damn near in the NHL is up 2-0 on the Sharks halfway through the first period, you kind of go, wait, what? But and then
you kind of go like, oh, there's 50 minutes left.
Yeah. And you also go, oh, wait a minute, Melker Carlson's leading the charge? Okay, sure. But no, it's big stick taps to the fourth line tonight.
Absolutely. And just 42 seconds later, off a broken play, Thornton steals a puck, throws it on net. Beautiful turnaround by Marcus Sorensen. He gets his 6th from Jumbo and a not quite injured yet Kevin LeBanc at 10:40 to tie this game up at 2-2. Chris, Marcus Sorensen, that third line seems to be, starting to get some momentum going.
Well, Sorensen's been a guy, I think, all season who's brought it. I mean, we don't expect a ton from him in terms of scoring. I mean, but with the minutes he gets and everything he gets, he's produced. He's been a guy who's been out there giving his all the time. So it was good to see him get rewarded on the score sheet. And how I felt after the first 2 goals was, oh no, not again. But also it was like, there's lots of time. And, suddenly it's tied game and we still have 2+ periods to go. So, yeah.
You'll excuse me. I had to switch the jerseys behind me to make sure Sorensen was up here.
Nice.
Respect.
Absolute respect. However, the Sharks would not get out of the period tied at 2 because just 2:14 after Sorensen tied it up, Brandon Perlini, another former Desert Dog, gets his 3rd of the season from Sakura and Seabrook at 12:54. Not too long after, as Brendan Dillon would go to the box at 13:50 for a questionable slash on Jonathan Taves because you can't send love taps to the in the NHL anymore. To quote Randy Hahn, the quietest goalie change in NHL history as Aaron Dell goes into the net.
Well, I don't think any of the broadcasters caught it from either side. Like Peter DeBoer just ninja'd that one somehow.
Yeah, that was very much kind of like it's kind of like hold on, it said 31 a minute ago. That looks like 30 now. What? That was so stealthy ninja with that change. But you know what? If you watched After Dark after the Dallas game just a couple days ago, we all talked about how this is the perfect game to get Dell a start. Give Aaron Dell the start. Look, I'm not going to say that we know more about hockey than anybody else because we don't. But every once in a while, we pull something out of our rear ends that kind of goes, they called that. And that just happened to be. Wait a minute. Hold on. We're getting to a discussion about TLC. Are we chasing waterfalls? What are we doing over here?
Hey, I want no scrubs.
Okay. So anyway, yeah. So
I think the chat's already gone off the rails. We barely into the show. And the chat's already off the rails.
No, they're battling TLC, and what's going on is they're trying to figure out what TLC is. For Sleepy Mofo, that it's the event at the Tank tonight with WWE tables, ladders, and chairs. Some are saying a 90s R&B group. Others are saying...
AJ, I think you have a sound effect for this.
Yeah.
Come on. No,
not that one. Try again.
For WWE?
Peter Griffin?
Yes.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Thank you.
Yes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so Jones gets yanked, and just a couple of quick minutes later, all of a sudden, Crawford would get run the hell over. But who? I mean, I lost count of how many Sharks that like ended up behind the net. Well, it was like Couture and Kane and somebody else.
It was Couture and Kane. Logan took a slashing from Dylan Strome, which is what Evander Kane pushed Strome into Crawford. Crawford gets hit in the front, then his head hits the back of the goal post, and he wasn't feeling well right away. And just like that, he went to the Blackhawks dressing room, which is concerning for the Hawks because he just came back from significant concussion. If they didn't have any more issues with concussions for Crawford, this is not going to help him either way.
Yeah, I get the feeling Cam Ward's going to try to Cam Ward this bitch for the next few amount of games for Chicago.
Yeah.
And let's also, but as the first ended, I have it written down here. Duncan Keith, it almost felt like he should have like the diver down symbol, like stitched onto the front of his jersey, the way that he dove towards the end of the first. And oh, wait a minute, hold on. What are we sharing here from Eric?
Oh,
there we go. And there it is. Oh my God. He takes another stride.
And then the worst part of it is that the ref lets the puck go by him after he sees it and then puts the arm up in the air.
Yeah, can you go full screen on this or no?
No, I can just go like that really quick.
Oh, I thought you could expand the GIF, but
no.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me is that the stick goes. There you go. Yeah, but the stick it like goes by him. He takes another skate, and then he goes, "Oh, let's what's that rap song? I'm a Superman."
Oh, Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
Another request on board, AJ. Can we get the Peter Griffin? Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta work on. You guys gotta send me these requests after the show. But yeah, that was very. Yeah. No, that was just the fact that comes in like that, and then he takes another stride, and then says, "Oh, this is probably a good time to like lay down." So yeah, that was one that I was not a fan of. After the first, shots on goal, 8 for San Jose, 5 for Chicago. And Chicago's up 3-2 after that. So scoring goals on 3 out of their 5 shots. Yeah, not looking real strong. And this is the thing, too. You put it on the Sharks. They've won their previous 3 in a row. First time that they've won 3 in a row since October. And Jones had looked pretty damn solid over the previous 3 games. And then this tonight. And again, we talked about this after Dallas. This had trap game written all over it from the get-go. So it's, God, PDB, you should have just started Dell to begin with. But anyway.
What's that they say? Start on time? The Sharks did not start on time, but they did. Once they got going, they were fine.
Yeah. Moving onward to the second period.
Well, after the first, face-offs, 43 for the Sharks, 57% for Chicago.
And both teams were wait. I'm trying to remember it here. No, both teams were 0 for on the man advantage during the first as well.
Yes.
2:48 into the second period, David Kampf gets called for a broken stick. I'm sorry, that seemed like the quickest broken stick call I've ever seen tonight. But
I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with LeBanc getting a high stick in the grill, leaking, and 0 call.
And everybody was a rate on the bench for that one. However, the broken stick penalty would lead to Evander Kane's 10th of the season from Burns and Carlson. Yes, they are both out there on the power play at the same time. I guess they can work together. At 4:21, Chris Kaner with his it seems like his third goal in his last 4 or 5 games. Evander's starting to heat up.
Yeah, he's starting to do a little bit better, starting to see more from him. That penalty call was weird, as was the lack of a penalty call and an obvious one. Maybe it was meant to be a makeup, because I was like, did the ref just spot like a micro fracture in his stick? I didn't see any break on the replay, as it looked to me like him handling it was what broke it. But what do I know? I don't know. But Jamie Baker was going to the defense of the refs. They're saying, well, they have a really hard job. I agree they do, and they're doing really poorly at that hard job right now.
Oh,
yeah. This was a bit of a not a good example of NHL officiating.
no. I mean, it was pretty bad. I mean, the girlfriend and Puck Mom were incensed when they saw LeBanc, leaking all over, and they even pointed out the burns, like looking at the official, like. And
it's been like a thing the last few weeks, hasn't it? Like where there's just been so many weird non-calls and calls in not just Sharks games, but just all over the place. Like, I mean, even last night with the CUDA, there was a bunch of calls. I was like, what the hell? How do you miss that? Then you call some of these other ones that are not so. I don't know what the hell is going on. If maybe it's just me.
It's been a scotch row.
Moving
Scotch
on.
worse than usual. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not been fun, and you hate to see something like that get in the way, and heck, even earlier with NFL games, it's like, what the hell are you guys calling to? But we will not get to.
Wait a minute, you're trying to say that something odd is going on with the officials,
and possibly the truth is out there.
The truth is out there, folks. Officiating might be sucking right now.
Just saying. But hey, Kane on the power play cleans up the garbage from a Burns slapper. I will take that. Burns and EK65 getting the assists on that one. And like Puck guy said, Kane starting to heat up just a scotch. Dude was on fire first 5 games of the season. Then he's been kind of Marlowing it up a little bit, a little bit of inconsistency, but he's coming on pretty good. And yeah, dude, EK65. I'm going to be honest. 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy is just so not re-signing here. Just lack of success. I mean, and now assists in 7 out of his last 8 games. Dude, like he's putting it together. The team's starting to figure it out with him.
And I know you love that plus-minus stat, AJ. He's digging himself out. He's only a -4 on the season now. Right? I know how much you love that stat.
Right, and Kane finally hitting double digits in goals. So yeah.
And then, this is
the
game-winning goal. AJ, you might want to hit your sounder for this one. Barkley. Oh, good, Royu. Thanks for hanging me out there.
Oh, good for you.
I was waiting for you to say the name.
Oh, I said Barkley. He taps in a shot, and Barclay Goodrow right there. Barclay Goodrow's this bitch from Justin Braun on the shot. He gets essentially the game-winning goal for the Sharks there from Braun and Carlson. 4-3 Sharks, 7:36 into the second period. AJ, Barclay, fourth line, your thoughts?
Again, I can't say enough about the fourth line tonight. I think everybody did what exactly they're supposed to do and a little skosh more. I mean, Goodrow getting that, tipping a Braun slapper. Fantastic job from Braun and Melker. Melker with the 2.9 tonight. Really? So, yeah, big stick taps to the fourth line tonight. To me, that was actually kind of the line that drove the comeback, so to speak. I can't say enough good things about the fourth line tonight, which is something that unfortunately this might be the second time this season that I've said this many good things about the fourth line.
To which I'm about to send this to Paul Gackle because he wanted a Photoshop of it.
That is a solid Photoshop. How have you not already sent that?
I've been busy making goal gifts.
That is a solid, dude. Send that now. Just stop talking and send that now.
Go ahead.
I think besides that, we also need a Photoshop of the refs as Mr. Magoo, because I swear that looked like a Mr. Magoo cartoon there. I just wrenched somebody in the chat there. It's been a while since I've done that, and it felt really good. Oh, yes.
A minute after the Goodrow goal, Kane would get called for tripping Perlini. Again, this is another one you just kind of go, Oh, these officials, like what they're missing and what they're calling. I can't even begin to figure it out. Doesn't even matter.
And I don't want to hear anyone saying we're complaining about how they called it as far as the Sharks go. I just think they've called it badly all around.
Oh, it was this was a horrifically called game. I saw the Sharks get away with stuff. I saw the Blackhawks get away with stuff. It was just this was bad. And then when you looked at what they actually did call, because there were 6 penalties called in this game, and at least 3 of them you looked at it and you went, really? That's what you let all this other stuff go, and that's the thing that's one of the things that kind of rubs me the wrong way sometimes when you watch a game where it's like, look, you see a couple obvious trips or something or a cross check, and the officials swallow the whistle, and you kind of go, oh, okay, it's going to be one of those games, and you just go, there we go, all right, okay, I'm down with that. I don't have I prefer a game where the officials just swallow the whistles and let them go. And then what ends up happening is some random point towards the end of the second period, they call one of the silliest things you've ever seen, and you just go, you guys have swallowed the whistles now for 36 minutes, and then you're going to call that? Like,
I just need consistency. Like, just be consistent on the standards. I don't really like the swallow the whistle thing. I like, if it's a penalty, call a penalty. Like, that's what I prefer. But whichever way you do it, can you just be standard or consistent in your standard? Like, if it's a penalty early on, it's a penalty the whole game, and vice versa. Like, please don't give me this crap where you see the same thing several times and then you don't call it. Just
we're
going off the rails here.
Anyways, let's I'll check in the chat here. Burge 7F91 EK9, the meaner $7 million Marlowe.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marty T. EK has a Sharks magnet on his fridge. 100% signing confirmed.
Okay. Talk to me in July.
Basically, we kind of need to follow this up. So, what's the joke behind the "he hate me"? Can you explain that, AJ? And that's partly from Alden Tanaka.
I know it's XFL, but I honestly have no idea what the joke is.
I don't know where the joke came from with regards to Gackel's tweet tonight. I don't know why he brought that up, but it all stems from a player from the San Francisco Demons back in the XFL days, which was like, I don't know what, 2001, 2002?
Yep, 2001.
And there were players that they didn't have to put their last name on the back. They could just put basically whatever the hell they wanted, and there was a player for the Demons that put "he hate me" on there, and it went viral for a hot second. If Twitter had existed back then, it probably would have been a little bit more so, and that's where it went. I don't know what this whole hating Melker Carlson thing was about tonight.
It's so many effing Melker haters.
Okay, I didn't.
Who what?
Dude, so many people who have no idea who the hell Melker is. I don't get that. Okay, and we move on.
Yeah.
And we move on. 16-16 of the second. Couture would tip in a Dilly slapper coming from Dilly and Kane. That would put the boys up at this point. What was that? 5-2. So at that point, you had to feel pretty damn good that the Sharks had given up the first 2 goals, came back, tied it, but then gave up another one, gave up the lead, and then in the second just ran the table, scoring 3 straight goals, what would end up being 5 straight goals after Chicago had scored their 3. So you have to like that. So after the second period, you got the Sharks up 5-2, and you're going, okay, maybe not so much of a trap game anymore. Maybe the Sharks kind of figured this out. And taking advantage of course, of the fact that at this point, both the starting goaltenders are out. So it's, what are you going to do?
The goaltenders were one thing, but I mean, also it was about a couple minutes into the second where if you look at, basically the shot counter, the shot attempt counter, pretty much all those wonderful metrics everyone loves. That's when you could see the Sharks really turn it on a couple minutes into there. And there's like this sequence of boop, 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 where they are just peppering the Blackhawks. Then they score, they pepper them a few more times, they score again, and that point it was pretty close up to that point, and then the Sharks just took off and they never looked back. And despite having a big lead, the Blackhawks never really got many shots on goal. Like I think they got 15 between the second and the third. So the Sharks pretty well took control of the game right there early in the second, which was good. It was good to see them do that, to come back, then step on their throat and say, okay, no, enough of this shit.
and again, to me, that goes back to the fact that the fourth line played tremendous tonight.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things is like generally, it's not, I haven't looked at the numbers tonight, but the way they deploy the fourth line, they're usually going to play against the other team's fourth line, and you got to win that matchup. Like if our best players are kind of playing to a draw or a little better against the other top players, that's good, but really that's the fourth line and third line need to do some damage in there and win their matchups against lower tier guys.
Yeah. What was the last time you saw Barclay Goodrow get a game-winning goal? I'm just saying.
It's been a while, to quote Stained.
And to quote Darren Stevens, Uncle Darren Stevens, Shark Stats on Twitter, Barclay Goodrow with the head goal, his fifth marker of the season, third on the road. 3 of his goals have given the Sharks the lead. So good on him. They may not have held that lead, but
and shout out to Mike Neville saying it's always good when you beat the Seahawks and the Blackhawks on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bad day to be a Hawk, apparently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yesterday wasn't a bad day to be a goal, but today is a bad day to be a Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk you. And thank you, California Cruising, for my for the appreciation on the tweet. Let's get into the third. Kevin LeBanc, who did not have a great first and second period.
That's an understatement.
Took a bad penalty, gets drilled, and makes up for it by scoring from Burns and Hurdle. And what was great about this is that after the goal from LeBanc, the NBCSN cams showed the arena at United Center, mass exodus, just everybody heading for the door saying, it's I think if we leave now we might be able to go somewhere and I don't know, get a nightcap or something. We might be able to pick up something, but we're getting the hell out of here.
Might be able to go down to the pier and get some Chicago style or something.
So that was very good. What's that? Look at the smile on this guy's face. Despite the
vertical and the horizontal smiles.
Yeah. And then you look under the right eye and you just go, oh, that poor guy. But
remember, folks, a high stick that does that damage is not a penalty in the NHL.
Yeah,
a high stick that did the damage in front of a ref.
Yep.
This is where I say the Mr. Magoo stuff. It's like, come on now, really?
Yeah, not a call, but there you go. So
about 5.5. That's not a penalty.
Yeah, 5.5 after that with 18:27 left. Tomas Hurdle would kick up the extra point, and it's good. And the funny thing right now, I don't know if it's been updated since I've loaded it, but the best thing about this is on NHL.com. Both of the assists for Hurdle's goal going to Couture.
Nice. No, I have one Couture on there, but yes, it's good to see Nick Mullins scoring another touchdown on the day today.
And we do have to put Burns getting his 600th point with the assist to LeBanc's goal. So, and 14 different Sharks tonight with points. You don't see that very often, kids. And it would end up shots on goal 43 for the Sharks, 20 for the Blackhawks. Again, this was a kind of a tale of two games where the first period was a little bit
I was in the first 10 minutes mostly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was the first 10 minutes. Well, hell, the first 5 minutes, to be honest. But it was just a weird game to start. Again, it was that first 5 to 10 minutes was kind of like, oh, wait, okay, it's 3 minutes in, we're down 2 goals. Is this the trap game that everybody was telling us about? Oh, it might have been. And then they woke up, and then it was kind of like, oh, yeah, oh, wait a minute, we can score on these guys. And then all of a sudden, all the goaltenders say, fuck this, I'm out of here, and let's bring in the backups, which the Sharks should have done to start. But anyway, that's the way it would go. And boom, 7-3, beautiful football score.
Yep.
I look forward to the game versus Minnesota on Tuesday and Winnipeg next Thursday, because that's the one that I've circled on my calendar, guys.
That'll be an epic one. A few things more from Uncle Darren Stevens tonight. It was one of the few times that the Sharks had both goaltenders in net on hand. Where are you? I'm trying to find you.
Why you find that? I'm just going to address Beach Boys' comment in the chat. Why does it say "Hey Now" under AJ Strong's name? Are you new here? Dude,
do you even after dark?
Yeah, do you even after dark, dude? That's like my catchphrase. Hello, hey now. That's my catchphrase, bro.
All right. Aaron Dell joins Wade Flaherty, Mika Kiprusoff, Vesa Toskala, and Thomas Dreiss as goalies to record 2 relief wins with the team. Dell's other relief win came on January 13th of this year against the Desert Dogs.
Hey now. Hey.
He stopped all 16 shots he faced tonight. Also, the 4th time in Sharks history, neither team's starting goalie ended up with the decision. The last time was around Thanksgiving last year when the Sharks lost in overtime to the Golden Knights.
Okay, 2 things. First off, Beach Boys fan forever is a girl. Sorry, I assumed you were a guy. But either way, you must be new here because, hey now. And other than that, Felix pointing out Corey Crawford has a concussion. What a shocker!
Yeah, and that's time. That's going to be a tough one.
Lance in the chat right
sure
now.
His name isn't Corey Crosby.
Hey now, do you start Dell in Minnesota? Coming from Lance. That is a really good question. Dell to me should have started tonight. This was like literally one of the easiest games and so obvious that you just penciled Dell in. I have no friggin' idea why Jones started this game. I really don't.
I don't know why he was so bad too. Like, I mean, it wasn't all him, but man, there were just that first one should have had that. He was. Yeah, I don't know, because it looked like he was kind of getting back on the right course over the last few weeks. I was hoping, okay, that's good, maybe better, but tonight was not encouraging at all in that respect.
Yeah, honestly, Deller, I mean, you looked at it. Man, oh my! Just to put it in perspective, Martin Jones' save percentage tonight was .250. I mean, it was horrible. Aaron, now granted, it's not like Chicago put a ton of shots on goal. Again, 20 shots on goal, but you know what? Dell saw 13, saw all 13, stopped all 13. So
there were some quality looks in there too. They definitely challenged Dell a few times because in the handful of shots the Sharks gave up. That's a kind of a tongue twister. They still gave up some pretty good looks, some 2-on-1s and some wide open in front of the net type looks. So Dell faced some bad shots and stopped them.
I would throw Dell in versus Minnesota. And let's be honest, it's a 2-game road trip. Dell hasn't started since, when was the last time Dell got a start? Was it Carolina at home? Feels like that might have been the last start that Dell got. So you look at that. Yeah, it might have already been penciled in by the coaches that when they left for this 2-game trip that Jones was going to start tonight and Dell would start Minnesota. Now, based on what happened tonight, do you change that? No. If you had Dell already penciled in to go against the Wild, leave him in there because you have a huge game coming up on Thursday versus Winnipeg. That's going to be a massive game. Jones has played better at the tank versus away. So, boom, start Dell in Minnesota. Let Jones take that game versus Winnipeg. And then the game that follows that, of course, is versus LA, and everybody's going to lose their mind. And so you have to start Jones versus LA. No, you don't. It was 4 years ago. Let it go. But I would absolutely start Dell versus Minnesota because you know what? If he doesn't look good early, you can do what you did tonight, kids. You pull him. You put in the other guy, and there you go.
And Black Chevy CA in the chat, a start that bad is going to get into Joner's head. Well, and they also follow up with, he's pretty easily rattled when he makes a mistake. He's usually pretty good about shaking it off.
When he
this
makes
year,
a mistake, he usually locks it down after making a mistake.
Yeah,
he has this year. He has this year. There's been a few games where he's like let a softie in for the first one, and then he's pretty much locked it down for like the next 30 minutes.
I mean, goals 2 and 3, I wouldn't call softies.
No, it was the first one.
Yeah, more of that I put on the defense, but I mean, maybe he needed some help from him. But I mean, Justin Braun, especially on that third goal, that was brutal. Where it's like, if you're gonna take a guy down, take a guy down. You know what I'm saying? Yes. There is. I don't believe there is any 4-minute penalty for interference. If you've taken 2. Take that 2 and make it count. I mean, that's what Deion Sanders said he used to do. If he had to take a pass interference, it's like if he's going to catch it in the end zone anyways, might as well just get another play to fight at that point. Like if you're beating me, don't let it, tackle the guy or something.
I'm going to address friend of the show, Steve Cropper, in the chat. He says, "Hey, now, did you get that from the Gary Shandling show?" No, I actually got it from Howard Stern making fun of the Gary Shandling show. So
I was going to say Stern, I thought.
Yeah, so, hey now. And in fact, you know what? Go look on YouTube. Just a side diversion here real quick. Go on YouTube and
after the show.
After the show, I know that there's a funny, and I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube, where you just put Howard Stern, hey now. Oh my God, who's his assistant? Ralph. But Gary or Howard Stern, hey now, Ralph or something. And what's great is that they do like 3 minutes, and all it is the different variations of it, hey now, where it's kind of like, hey, there's a girl over there, and she wants to know, your situation. Like, are you single or whatever? What's your response? Hey now. And, but she has Hep C. Oh, hey now. like it's just all the different it's like it's like so you're at a you're at a wake, hey now, but there's a party afterwards, hey now. It's just all the different variations of how you can use hey now
on track here. Burge saying third goal is Vlasic's fault. I will give him some blame for that because he lost track of his guy, but at the same time Braun interfered with the dude. Yeah. Then let him get halfway up and set something up like that. Let's say finish. If you're gonna interfere, finish your interference, dude. Finish your checks, and if you take someone down, finish. Don't let them get back up and
get full value.
Yeah, get if you're gonna get that 2 minutes, get the best 2 minutes you can possibly get. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Take full value. Yeah, Marty McFly saying Bakes called him out on that goal, and as he should. Let's be honest, Vlasic and Braun have been horrible so far this season. They better have a ridiculous second half to the season, because tonight was what? Let's see here. Let's look at my notes here. Game 34 for Pete's sakes, and Vlasic and Braun are still trying to dial it in. I don't get this, because the thing is a lot of people have talked about that Vlasic and Braun not having a good season, and you'll sit there and go, well, it's game 34 of the season, and they're no, what the hell does game 34 have to do with anything? These guys have been playing together for like 7 years. Well, why are they doing? And they face the some of the stiffest competition. They face some of the best players, as they have been doing for the last 6 years. Like, why is this season so different?
Yeah, it's a good question, because I mean, they've been out. I mean, a lot of it's just been out of position stuff, just stuff that is not even very. It's like it's not even having to do with like physical decline or something. It's stuff that's like bad, just completely bad decisions, mental mistakes. I don't know what's going on.
We just got our first super chat ever. Oh my God, Laurel, you are amazing. Shut up and take my money, because the Teal Town USA crew needs it. Yes, for an upgrade for puck guys, in production value. Yes.
For just
But-
$5 a show, you can make sure Puck Guy has internet. When he
my god, dude, I am so happy
You know
to
what?
do
Thank
that.
you for reminding me. I wanted to do
The next video that you like tonight. Okay, just to let you know, tonight, if you look at the Teal Town USA Instagram, there was a point tonight during the pregame where they showed Thornton do this kind of skate across the blue line, ended up towards the bench, and did this weird butt wiggle thing. And as soon as I saw that, boom, immediately Jason Derulo, I'm like, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So I had to boom, take that video, put Thornton, that whole video to that, sync that up, boom, posted that. Sonia Tidingo from the Twitter mission, she liked it and said, I love it, but you need to use this song. So I did that. Also, go check my Twitter, AJ_strong, check Teal Town USA. But that whole thing worked out spectacularly. And so, yes, with the money thing, upgrade in production value, that's what we're here. That's what we're trying to do. So, yes, please donate, because you know what I will do is I will find a great shot of Puck Guy just, looking forlorn. I will put the slow motion on there, and then in the arms of an angel, and I will post that. Yes. Oh shit. Oh damn. Mike Nevis just dropped the mic.
Whoa. More Sonia,
Mike,
please.
Damn.
Wow, this is gonna be tough.
Damn, Age is like, that'll buy me a whole 6-pack of Sculpin.
No, all this money is going towards Puck Guy's horrible internet
Oh my
connection
God.
and microphone.
Here,
No,
you
so
want to
hold on.
see?
I got 5. I got a 5. I got a 5. I mic to 10. 10. Can I get 15? 15. 15. Looking for 15.
And by the way,
While
nobody
you-
ever feel pressured to donate. Like, we appreciate it, we love it, but we don't want if you need that money more than we do, you absolutely need it. So we don't want you to
feel
give it
pre-
if you don't need to.
Don't feel pressure whatsoever. We've been
No,
doing this
not
for
at all.
3 years. We have never asked anybody to we've never gone out there and said, hey, but the only thing that we've ever done is because a lot of people did say, can you guys do shirts? And so we tried to do a thing for a hot minute with shirts. And you know what? We're so happy that the people that we did a very small run of shirts. You guys sold out that run, which was fantastic. And we are working on trying to do something else along those lines.
We have multiple potential offers on doing more shirts, so be on the lookout for that.
It's something that we're working on, but that's just, oh my God, Laurel and Mike, you guys are rock stars. That is so effing cool.
I'm just putting this out there as my screen right now. That's my internet stats. All right, doing the show. I don't know where I'm going wrong.
For some reason, your download's not that bad, but your upload there. But I see
his upload's the same as mine, dude.
Oh, okay, yeah, mine's much faster. But
I don't
see that.
Oh, his upload is much faster.
Oh, good for you.
See, Marty T says he only has
My
useless
God,
Canadian
who
money.
the hell
Yeah, you mean
cares?
these guys, these Canadian bucks?
No.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Oh my God! Stop it, you two.
Hey,
All right.
Don't be sad. Don't be mad because I have money in multiple currencies, AJ.
Oh.
Hey, where
pesos
the white
too.
women at?
Okay. So anyway, Puck Guy should switch
back on
to
track.
AT&T.
What?
Puck Guy should switch to AT&T. Oh my God.
No.
You're thinking about like Juniper or Cuda or one of the or sorry, not Cuda. What's it called? Juno. I'm out of it. Sorry. Go ahead.
The funny
the motor and the Juna and the swing.
the funny thing is the girlfriend still has a Prodigy email, so we'll just leave it at that.
Still newer than AOL. I can see how you two got together. Mutual love of terrible internet.
more like the mad love from.
Okay, back on the rail. Let's get back
Anywho.
on the rails.
And here we go. Can you say 5-2?
Yes, 5-2.
All right then. Thanks for showing up, everybody.
Yeah.
No, but the Barracuda played.
Let's try this again.
That's right, folks.
Button mashing or what?
It's
Hell
Cuda
yeah.
reach around time. Yes. You
Oh
might want
my
to see if
God,
that.
who the hell cares?
Welcome to
So-
the Barracuda reach around.
Yeah, so the Barracuda lost in San
What?
Diego 4-3 on
okay,
Saturday,
last night.
where Chris was at.
Oh,
And-
that went
on
to
bad
a
luck.
went to a 5-round shootout. Gambrell showing some amazing amount of patience. Antti Suomela getting his first goal in the AHL. So, hey, now that was actually a, despite the fact that the CUDA lost last for only like the fifth time this season. I mean, the CUDA have been on fire, but Suomela gets his first goal in the A, and Gambrell, that was a Pavelski-esque type shot in the shootout.
And Sharks and CUDA fans, you guys need to get down here and represent a little better. There were only a handful of us there last night. Just saying.
And the goals draw pretty damn good down there, don't they?
Yeah, it was a 10K attendance last night, which is for an
Wow.
AHL team is pretty good. I'm like, wow, that's probably better than the Carolina Hurricanes.
That's what happens when you lose your football team.
Yeah, and the Padres are terrible.
Yeah, that's true. However, he just took off. So I was going to say how.
Let him get another beer, dude. Go.
All right, I'm sorry. But then, so I'm glad you had a fun time there. But they traveled back up to Ontario to take care of the Ontario Reign. 5-2. AJ, your deets about that.
God, I just needed a bye. I just needed a drink. Tonight, no, I did. Honestly, I didn't get a lot of chance to watch obviously tonight's game because I was watching the Sharks. But it was solid, another solid one. The Sharks, Barracuda score the first 3 goals versus the Reign tonight, coming from DeSimone, Martin, and True. You go back to the game the night before that Chris was at. True had a fantastic feed the night before. So it was nice to see True get in again tonight. They would give up 2 to the Reign, 3-2. Then Gambrell makes it 4-2. Perron would finish it off 5-2. Very good game. True with a 3-point night tonight. He got a goal and 4-point night. Yeah, a goal and 3 assists tonight. So good on him. DeSimone with a goal and an assist, which is really good because DeSimone had a sketchy game the night before in San Diego. Took a silly penalty, made a couple silly choices, but he also got, if I remember correctly, an assist last night. So nice to see him get the opening goal, his 5th on the season for the Barracuda to start off the scoring. And just to let you all know, look for a new show perhaps coming up for Teal Town USA. We will actually be talking with the voice of the CUDA, Nick Nolenberger. That should be coming up over the course of the next week.
Nice.
Your best CUDA content here.
That's your only CUDA content, is what I'm saying.
I mean, considering the way local radio covers the Sharks, we're pretty close to the only Sharks coverage as well.
Pretty much. But yeah, good. 2 really good games for Gambrell, by the way. So we'll see what happens. I know that the Sharks are still trying to, unlock the combination to unleash the 4th line. Tonight was a good attempt at it. We'll see if they can continue that, sustain that whatsoever between Melker and Goody and Radil. I don't know how long Radil is going to stay, to be honest with you. I don't know that he's been that consistent. I think Perron might be a nice asset to call up. Maybe Alexander True. Maybe you let True come up and try to center between Goodrow and Carlson.
That truly be good.
True to the Teal.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Moving on. I think we have a reach around to get to.
Yeah, it's time, guys. I think it's time.
Have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around.
It's time for the NHL wraparound, and we will get on things as the Vegas Golden Knights win in overtime Thank you, AJ. The Golden Knights beat the Rangers 4-3. Alex tucks it in the overtime winner at 2:11 of overtime. Lundqvist with the loss, Fleury with the win. In Carolina, the Desert Dogs. Wow, getting a lot of these.
It's a lot of beverage partaking tonight.
3-0. The Hurricanes beat the Coyotes. Sebastian Aho, Shevchenkov, and Fogle are your goal scorers for the Hurricanes.
Can we just talk about the star that was Aiden Hill for a hot second? I mean, this kid was the number 2 star for the NHL like 2 weeks ago, and since he was named the number 2 star, I think he's like won 1 of his last 5 games. So,
all that popularity went to his head, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Yotes, I think you have some more things to look at in goal, and hopefully, Hill doesn't end up on the IR because it seems like all your other goalies have. So,
how deep in the system are they at this point? 3, 4?
Yeah, it feels like. I mean, they're not like Golden Knights last year. How many Golden Knights goalies ended up on the IR to stretch? Didn't the Golden Knights end up using like 5 different goalies last season?
Something like that.
Early in the year.
Yeah.
But no, they had it easy. They had an easy path. The NHL rigged it. Where's my X-Files drop?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, where's the X-Files drop there?
Work the soundboard, monkey.
Work the board, monkey.
In St. Louis, they put a scorching on the Blues. The Calgary Flames 7, Blues 2. Kachuk, Johnny Gaudreau with 2 goals. Quinn with his 3rd on the year?
Sorry, what?
Quine or Quinn?
Quinn.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Thank you. Sundqvist and Bozak, the goals for St. Louis. Jake Allen takes the loss in this one for the Blues. And
Who was in net for the Flames? Was that Rittich or
I wouldn't know because NHL.com doesn't show it for me.
If you want some good amusement, just go into the Twitter search bar and enter Jake Allen. The Flame Wars are fantastic.
Oh, God.
Are you serious? Okay, it was Rittich. It was Rittich.
All right.
Our good friends over at the Let's Go Blues podcast will tell you all about how controversial Jake Allen is.
Fact or fiction, Blues wave Jake Allen.
Oh,
dude, at this, why you're gonna at least try to do something? Yeah, I can't imagine that either. It's nah. Rob, fact or fiction, Gambrell gets a second chance. Fact.
Yeah,
I think he does.
It's just a matter of when.
Yep.
Yeah, until
go down.
Till PDB finds the combination to unlock the 4th line. Yeah, no, I think Gambrell gets another shot. Remember, Gambrell, he scored on his very first 2 shots for the AHL. Even though he got outplayed by Charchi and Suomela in training camp, because everybody had Gambrell penciled in to center the 4th line for the Sharks. He got outplayed in training camp, sent him down. Remember, Tierney got sent down twice before he came back and then ended up having a 40-point season last year. So let's see Gambrell get a little more seasoning down there. And, if you look at his quaff, that's an NHL-style quaff that Gambrell has. So I think it's just a matter of time.
Yep. In Boston, Sabres 4, Bruins 2. No, there was no addition of the population of Pominville. However,
Thank goodness.
Jack Eichel with 2 goals. Jeff Skinner, 2 goals. Finally showing that he is a Calder candidate just 8 years later. Linus Ullmark, if you look on Twitter, look him up. He had an unbelievable save tonight. You got to check that out. Tuukka Rask with the loss. The Sharks.
Good for you.
And in overtime, the Lightning lose to the Winnipeg Jets 5-4. Perreault, Brandon Tanev, Nikolai Ehlers with 2 goals, and Mark Scheifele with the overtime winner at 4:18. Killorn, Stamkos, Johnson, Kucherov, the goals for Tampa Bay. Winnipeg, for real.
So since their rookie years, I haven't looked at the numbers, but how does Skinner and Couture compare since
There is no effing way that Skinner is a better player overall than Couture. Just no, there is no effing. Okay, Skinner started off with Carolina. Where is he at now? Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
yeah,
Buffalo. So he's
like
always
NHL hell.
but that's the whole thing. Is Carolina not the best team in the league, and not when Skinner was taken? Then he ends up in Buffalo, notoriously not that great. But the whole thing is like, if Skinner is so great, why the hell was he let go? Why did Carolina let go of him? So
Buffalo.
I would love, I don't even care. The fact of the matter, it's like he's already been moved once since the Calder was handed out. How long have we been talking about Couture getting the captaincy for the Sharks? I don't hear anybody talking about that Skinner should have been the captain for Carolina or he should be for Buffalo. So, yeah, that's one of those ones where they got it wrong easily. And, yeah, somebody please bring up the points that, like, historically, since they've come into the league, and now, granted, there might be a discrepancy in games played, but still, give me an effing break that Skinner should have gotten the Calder. That was if there was ever an example of East Coast bias, there you go.
Well,
I'm just saying.
also,
But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter or anything.
Not bitter at all. And Thornton's also not a top 100 player of all time.
That's right. And
Yeah,
he's one
that
assist
too.
away from tying Marcel Dion on the NHL's all-time assist list.
Oh, damn. I don't know if you guys
for
just
him.
No, I don't know if you just saw, but we got somebody showing up into the chat. A little rocket backhander. This one's for you, babe.
Hey, where are the white women at?
That's right. Rocket backhander in the house.
She's only here for Kayla, though.
Oh, well. All right, fine. Rocket,
Yeah, what are you going to do?
love you still. Good to see you.
So 400 and 600 for Jeff Skinner. Let's see. What does Couture have here if I look it up?
Logan has
roughly
469,
games.
615. Remember, Logan did play 25 games in 2009-10.
So overall, though, Couture has only a few more games and about 30 more points. So
So maybe it's somewhat, again, maybe the numbers kind of balance out. The fact of the matter is one guy's been moved, the other guy is been talked about being the captain for like the last 3 years. So
also, Couture has been a guy who's played against the toughest competition his team has faced. That's the other thing, is he has better numbers per game. While I don't know the kind of competition Skinner's faced, but even if he's faced the exact same thing, Couture still come out ahead. So
yes,
I'd put it that way. Yeah.
And like Marty T is saying, Cooch has been more clutch. Yes, I would ask, when was the last time Jeff Skinner had an overtime goal in the playoffs?
That's what I was going to
Last time
say.
he went to the playoffs.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Jinx.
So anyway, so here we go. Why does AJ look choppy? I don't know. Stop blinking. So the Sharks have vanquished the trap game. They go on to Minnesota to finish the second of their they go to finish the second game of their second 2-game road trip. There's a lot of twos going on in here. Heading over to Minnesota. Minnesota, middle of the pack, not killing anybody, not doing anything, significant, not the team that they were a year or two ago. So this is another game that I look for the Sharks to continue this stretch. And this, honestly, I'm hoping, Eric, that this is not one of the games where the Sharks look beyond the schedule and they get laser focused on Winnipeg and kind of forget Minnesota.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that we've seen the Sharks do in the past, where they like, okay, we're getting ready for Chicago or LA years ago. Well,
At
you
this
still
point,
you still have the
especially-
game against Atlanta or Carolina you had to do at the same time. So
with the way this the season has gone, they can't look past. I mean, any 2 points. They need every 2 points they can get, because the Flames are playing a lot better, and they've kind of squandered some opportunities early in the season here.
precisely. So with that,
Yeah, what he said.
yeah.
Yeah, what he said.
There we
There it
go.
is.
Thank you. All right. Well, in case you missed any of this fun stuff or you want to watch this again, check us out on tealtownusa.com or your favorite podcatcher, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn. Check us out there. You can also smash that subscribe button onto our YouTube channel. Don't forget to ring that bell, like the bell that's apparently going to ring in Philly because Hacksaw is getting fired and they're supposedly getting Joel Quenneville. But
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
ring-
when that dust settles on that, we should definitely talk about that next show.
Oh.
'Cause at this point, there's still people disputing this as fact. So
right.
I really don't know, but the truth is out there.
But before he had to do it, didn't he? He had to do it, you asshole. Oh my god. But Minnesota right now 4-6-0 over their last 10. They lost their last game, which was 2-1 to Calgary. But the thing is, Minnesota has a pretty decent record at home, 10-5-2 at home this season. So, and a +10 goal differential. So Minnesota is not going to be a walk by any stretch of the imagination. So boys need to turn it on for that. Winnipeg, conversely, are 9-1-0 over the last 10, are on a 5-game win streak, just beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, best team in the league, 5-4, and a +27 goal differential. I mean, it's huge. And like I said, they just beat Tampa, who has a +41 goal differential. So again, I keep pointing to the game versus Winnipeg. And in fact, I'll be more than happy to lose to Minnesota if the Sharks beat Winnipeg. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we're talking best team essentially in the West. Now, I know Calgary and Winnipeg both have 46 points. And, Calgary is 22-10-2, Winnipeg 22-9-2. So based on record, Winnipeg is a scotch better, and Calgary does have a +29 goal differential. But right now, Winnipeg's feeling themselves. So the Winnipeg game is going to be huge. Beach Boys fan forever. You're going to be at the Winnipeg game? As am I. Come by and say hi. We always meet up. We always, and nobody cares. We always meet. We always.
Oh my
meet
God! Who the hell cares?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
We always meet up at the Sharks Foundation kiosk at 118 during the first intermission. So Beach Boys band fan forever. Come say hi. Hello. What section? I just told you. 118. Sharks Foundation kiosk where they do the auctions. There you go. So let me see. I'm just going to say this because I'm going to say it on the Pucknologist tomorrow. Dylan has a hell of a wrista. It's a wrista. And by the way, you're going to when did the Sharks play Boston? When does that come out? Is that like February? When do we play Boston? When is the next Boston? Boston, March 18th. Or February 18th. I'm sorry. February 18th.
February, yeah.
And do we not see them before then?
Haven't we already seen them?
Oh, no. So February 18th here, and then February 26th in Beantown. I'm just saying, if you don't follow us on Instagram for our pregame reports, you might want to, because Rocket has something really special planned for the Boston games.
Oh, that'll be wicked awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for her previews for any Nashville games.
Oh,
I'm sure she'll bust out that voice again.
Oh man, that her Nashvilleian accent is fantastic.
So when she did that, if anyone doesn't know, she did her redneck, her accent there. I had a Vegas hockey coverage, our friends here on YouTube. He DM'd me. He's like, "She mocking me?" I'm like, "What?" I saw it like hours later because he followed that up with, "Oh, I got what she was doing. She was, I was like, it does kind of sound like you though, dude."
I loves me some college football.
Are you alone?
If you don't follow him or
Do
any
you
Vegas
need
hockey
something
coverage here on
new in
YouTube,
your life?
fantastic dude.
Why
And
not try
you should also.
San Jose Sharks ice hockey.
There you go. Okay, I'll load that into the board as well. Okay, we're done here.
We're done.
36 of you watching. Thank you very much. Again, we do this after every single Sharks game. We love to talk us some Sharks hockey. We love that you invite us into your living rooms, onto your mobile devices, if you will. And we will see you after Minnesota and the Sharks on Tuesday. This is a final. The Sharks, again, it's good. The Sharks win 7-3 in Chi-Town. A new pucknologist will roll out late tomorrow night. So enjoy. Eric, I'm going to ask you to get us out of here. But after we do, final thoughts on where the people can find you on social media. And we start with one, Mr. Chris JWS.
Thank you. Well, you can find me on the Twitter machine at Chris JWS.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
780 people do care, AJ. 780 people who obviously wait on my every word on social.
Right.
But my final thoughts are, the game went a lot better than I thought it was going to go about 10 minutes in. That's a good thing. And they're still trending in the right direction. They are not playoff ready. They still have another 50-ish games to get into playoff form. Here's hoping.
I am AJ_strong on the Twitter, on the Instagram. You can find me constantly rubbing Kayla's belly, as you can see right now. That's what I do. You can also see me at Teal Town USA Instagram. And there it is. How old am I? 15. Yes, you've absolutely nailed it. So
he's 16 soon, though.
Yes, almost going on 16. So catch you tomorrow night on the Pucknologist.
And you can follow me on Twitter at PuckGuy14. You can also use that on the Instagram. We'll be back with you on Tuesday night following Sharks and Wild. And until then, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal, and we will see you Tuesday night, hopefully celebrating the Sharks' 5th win in a row. Have a good night, everyone.
Good evening, Sharks fam.